Good morning, esteemed professor. I will now formally begin the presentation and defense of the final research project. Welcome. I extend my sincerest gratitude to Professor Jesus Contreras, whose rigorous methodology has provided the foundational knowledge for this research in his English 2 course. My name is Reynaldo Núñez, a law student at our alma mater José María Vargas University. This morning, I will present to you the results of my research entitled Patrimony and Patrimonial Theories. Let us begin. The presentation is structured in 4 key phases. First, the general objective of the research. Second, we will analyze the doctrinal development, the legal nature of patrimony and patrimonial theory, separate patrimonies, autonomous patrimonies, debtor liability. Next, methodological framework, research paradigm, method, research level, research design. Finally, we will formulate the final conclusion. All rigorous research begins with a methodological compass. Our general objective is to analyze the evolution and legal nature of this institution within the national civil legal system. Let's proceed. Let's look at the comparative chart on screen. Will for Audrey and Rao, the unifying axis is personality. For Brings and Baker, it is the social economical proposal. Regarding disability, the classical theory categorically denies it in the interest of the unity of the person. The modern theory allows it to facilitate complex commercial transactions. Regarding the absence of tangible assets, the French model appeals to the abstract notion of potential assent. The theory of allocation states that without assent designate for a purpose, assent supply does not exist. Finally, classical theory considers an state without you and owner impossibles. Will modern theory readily accept it in transactional scenarios? Let's continue. Now, we will define the separate patrimonies. In this regard, José Luis Aguilar Gorrondona, 2012, in his work Think, God, and Real Right state that it is the unit of the patrimonio barbitu, and which each person has only one patrimony, but by exception the law in some case admits alongside the general patrimony of person the existence of other patrimonies. Among them we have the legally established household, the marital community or community property, inheritance accepted with benefit of inventory, and the third patrimony. Similarly, we have the autonomous patrimonies. According to José Luis Aguilar Gorondona of CIT, in his book Think, God, and Real Right, he defines it as those set of goods and rights for which the owner is missing or was owner remain temporarily uncommon. Among them we have the patrimony of the urban child, nascituro, and the jacent inheritance. Finally, we have the debtor financial liability. According to her Komerov 2002, in his literary work Property and Real Rights, it consists of the suggestion of the reactive effect of the legal system against conduct contrary to the prescribed by a legal duty, typified in the Article 18C3 and 18.6.4. Next, let's address the methodological framework. Its technical legal structure is summarized linearly under the following parameters: research paradigm, qualitative, method, legal dogmatic, level, and research analytical, exegetical, research design, bibliographic, documentary, techniques and instruments, qualitative observation, and critical analysis, supported by an exhaustive review of the specialized literature. Finally, we have the final conclusion. Distinguished professor, after this exhaustive normative analysis, we can arrive at the following fundamental conclusion. Relevant aspect: crisis of classical theory, the rigidity and absolute inalienability of the classical theory of patrimony, personality, is incompatible with the contemporary economic dynamic and the Venezuelan civil code. The legal system has progressively assimilated the theory of impact. For your attention, thank you very much.